What's been about 8-9 years? How many years since you got launched?
I don't know the exact.
10 years?
Maybe 8, 9. I don't know.
9.
Maybe.
He's exactly the same. 8-9 years back, I remember there was a lot of buzz about Sooraj Pancholi. This very, very good looking guy who still is fantastic looking, still has a great body. I remember Salman Bhai being at the launch, this dreamy launch that he and Atiya had. And everyone said that this is going to be there. The beauty is that you have your naysayers, sometimes films will work and sometimes films won't. But the point is, if you put in the consistent work over a period of time, like the last 3 years has been for Sooraj, it's all coming back. Brother, thanks so much for joining me, man.
Thank you, bhai. I remember that interview with Atiya and me.
Yeah.
I think it was at the Marriott.
Yeah.
Long back. I was a baby that time. I think I was a 22, 23-year-old boy that
But you had
time.
these lovely dreams in your eyes at that time also.
I will still do. Why not?
Bollywood's a very tough place to navigate, and let's talk about Sooraj Pancholi. Misunderstood at times, bad luck at times, but somehow there's this great, you don't ever look jaded, cynical about these things. Even I remember we done another film launch also where you're playing an officer, you're playing an army guy.
Army.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I
Soldier
remember
actually.
Murad's film it was.
Yeah.
Yes. All of these films, you've not taken the easy path on the way back also. Let's put it that way. Why such difficult? Even Kesari Veer recently, some very difficult films to do.
I never wanted to do the same canvas kind of
Yeah.
films, Even the next one, I want to do something more darker, more negative.
Yeah.
If you see whatever work I've done,
Yeah.
if you see each frame of each film, it will look. You can say which frame is from which film. I've tried to do other different kind of work, and that's what I want to do. Don't want to do the same action.
Over a period of time, people want at least a little bit of body of work, which is in the comfort zone for the actor and for the audience. Have you reached a comfort zone as an actor? Also saying that I understand.
I mean, if someone tells me to do an action film, that is the easiest thing I can do, because उसमें बोलना कम और कूदना ज़्यादा पड़ता है.
What about the love stories?
I mean, I actually prefer love stories than action films. I like watching love stories better than action films. But comfort zone definitely would be action. A lot more to learn about the craft. I would love to do a biopic. I keep saying this. I want to do a sports biopic one day. Don't know what sport that would be.
You're looking a few years late. Otherwise, Milka Singh wala, you are looking in that zone right now. Farhana already done that.
I think he did a great job. Maybe a nice boxing film or something like that.
Nice. The industry is a very difficult place to navigate, even though you're from the film industry as well. You've seen it at a young age, Your father had varying levels of stardom also, but you've seen it.
I would say no, because I didn't go for any award functions with them.
Parties,
No parties,
nothing?
no, nothing. Wow. So they kept me and my sister very away from the limelight and all of that.
And you weren't intrigued, interested, thoda?
Of course, when I was about 15, 16, then I started understanding things better. But I think when I was born, that time my father was at his peak. It was like the peak of his career, his stardom and everything. And that time he kept all of us as in my sister and me and my sister, away from the industry, I would say. So we didn't know. If you ask my sister today, if you sit with her for an interview or something, she would have zero experience about it. Wow. She's never been to any event, nothing, I took her for one event one time at the GQ Awards, and that's it. Never took her. She's never been anywhere else. So we've been away from it, even though we've been a part of the film industry.
But there's always said that there was a second line of defense that all the industry kids had. They used to make friends there. Eventually, that's
that's happening now. I mean, if you speak about the kids from the 90s, I don't think.
Yeah.
No, I mean we know all of us. Each other, but we don't. That time there weren't so many events happening. Now, if you see, it's more of a social media thing. Now you're becoming friends with other actors to have that collaboration on social media. Even though if it's not real friendship, at least it is. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You're sitting on the sidelines and you're watching. I think it's tough for all of us, and because I think there was this real. You're very sweet. There's this real love for you from the industry, from people who've known you. You're watching a number of years go by. Like an athlete, you feel my God, is this the best time of mine going by, or it's fine? Was
No,
that? Yeah.
actually, that entire time went by so quickly. I feel, for me, it feels like it was only 3 years, you know. Maybe because everything was, I mean, it was like I'm living a dream. Is this really happening? But now when I look back at it, I do realize that the time is gone. But when you're in it, you don't realize because because I was so involved in getting my life cleared.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about my filmy career.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
talking about my
Of
general
course.
life. You know.
Yeah.
I think it just kept me, I would say, busy with everything going on. You know, I didn't realize that much time went by, but
Were you watching a lot of cinema, watching other boys? You know, sometimes it happens when you're an athlete also. You're seeing some new people come in, do maybe decently. They come and go, and then you're going, right, my time will come and all. Was that also happening with you? Or were you not watching the industry at all at that
no,
time?
I was, but not on those bases. I was. Yeah.
Lots of people, I think, will expect when you're coming back, you'll sign 100 films. Let's just pick up as much as we can so we get seen. Have you wanted to do that?
I mean, if the script is bad and you sign it, then you're making a mistake. So I want to do work at least that I on paper think is fine, and then whatever happens is the fate of the film that no one can control. But I don't want to do work that I don't want to be a part of.
Not even with a group of actors. A lot of actors actually use that also. You do lots of solo. We'll cushion it with like a multi-star cast film.
No, I mean Kesari Veer was a multi-star.
Yeah,
cast
like
film.
no, that's what. Like so, say you will end up doing that and do like some comedy with a house full coming in there or something like that. Do you have to reach out?
No, listen.
Do you reach out?
If my part is good, I'll do it. If it's about only the money, then I would definitely not do it.
Yeah, money doesn't really. You're not really into the part about wanting to do films for money. That's what I've heard.
No,
it doesn't really
I
matter.
want to
Right
do films
now.
for money. Of course, I have my I mean, my dreams and my things I want, and everybody has their wants, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm not that greedy a person that I would sacrifice my happiness on set for money. I would not do that.
Kesari Veer had big names. Sunil in there. There's Vivek in there. There's you in there. Did you think that it could have done a lot better? And if it didn't do as well as expectations, didn't get the money at the box office, was that a blow? Because even the last one with Murad, did that money-wise, it didn't make us kind
No,
of...
actually, with the film, the thing with Satellite Shankar is that it didn't get a good release. The same thing with, I would say, Kesari Veer, because we had a lot of competition. And also that the India-Pakistan conflict was happening at the same time.
Yeah.
So all of these things played a big factor. But, I mean, I just want to look forward, you know, because that's not in my control. I have done my work 100%, you know. Even if you watch Satellite Shankar, maybe I'm not the best actor out there yet, but you'll see that I've put in some good effort.
You know, when you said about the India-Pakistan happened, so many people live their life on astrology. They look at the timing and they say, yaar, abhi kaun si 7:30 chal rahi hai, you know? Were you ever influenced by that? Did you ever do a lot of star reading? Really?
I don't believe in astrology. I don't believe in...
Like never?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Any reason or just?
I don't believe in it. I mean, this is just for fashion.
Yeah, I know that.
But,
There's no reason at all.
There's no reason for it.
I think that's also something very interesting from a perspective in Bollywood. I remember Himesh Reshammiya, the number of tiles in his room, that was also based on astrological reasons.
Yeah.
And then when he was releasing films, some of them did well. He said, look, I proved it. And then when it didn't do well, he removed it. Arbaz bhai used to wear 10 rings in one hand, in both his hands at one time.
I mean, if you have the fingers, then why not? But I personally don't really follow that. A lot of people do.
Yeah.
I think my father and my mother do as well, but I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when you're looking to also make another mark in the film, you see so many names now that are there. You know, when you look back at Student of the Year, for example, more than a decade there. You know, you see Alia having really made a name for herself there. Any careers that stood out for you also at that point of time that you said, you know, I like the way they shaped up, and when you were looking at the industry, you said, I didn't think that this would go in that trajectory, and then they did really well.
No, actually, whoever I thought would do well has done really well.
Yeah.
Everyone from Karthik to Tiger to Alia, Varun, Sid.
Yeah.
Who else was there that time? Disha.
Yeah.
So I
They've
always
carved a niche for themselves.
Yeah, Kiara.
Yeah,
all of
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
I knew that they would do well.
In your sense, do you think that there was more that you could have done making a comeback with the kind of films that you were choosing at that time? People say, you do the best that you're offered.
No, actually, I didn't take much work because I wanted other things to be better in my life. I was getting a lot of work from very close people, from good producers, good directors, but I didn't want to do it that time because I was not.
Mentally.
No, mentally I was fine. I just didn't have the time for it because I had other things to finish. Yeah.
Wow.
Mentally, I've never been low.
Really?
Never, yeah.
Is reaching out easier now in this current day and age with producers and directors are you somebody who WhatsApps them and says, let's meet and let's do something?
Yes, why not?
Yeah.
I think because everyone is so busy, how would they have you in mind, So you have to, that it's a part of the industry. It's a part of every industry, actually. If I was in coal mining, I would have to call the vendors and go like, listen guys, abhi maal aaya hai, uthana hai to utha lo types. So that's it.
But does it help when the film is out and that time you're calling? Or now, like for example, suppose how will it affect you if the film didn't do well, for example, with Kesari Veer not getting the numbers and you said Satellite Shankar as well. Does that dampen the spirit of the producers and the directors that are maybe looking at you?
See, no, they know, of course, yes. Of course, yes, in some way, but they know the factors of why maybe it couldn't have done. Yeah, if I was a shit performer, then then definitely work will be less. But I've got messages from very decent, good people saying that they liked my work especially. So I think I've said this before. There are so many actors who've done 15, 20 films that have not done well, and today they are. But you have to keep the hustle on. If I go back home and go like, no, I've given up, I can't do this anymore, that is when I think you fail. I know so many people who gave up. If they would have just stayed fought for 2-3 more years, they could have made it big,
I think the audiences have changed also so much now. Does it fear you? Are you look at the state of Hindi films these days. It's in trouble. You're not sure at all. And when I remember, we used to celebrate 100 crores like it was a big number at one time. But 12 years ago, we were celebrating 100 crores. We're still at 100. But a number of other cinemas reached different heights. Costing has
I think this is
become very expensive.
This is just a phase for the industry right now.
Yeah.
And somewhere we're going wrong.
Yeah.
All of the entire industry, if I'm sure. I don't know what it is.
Scripting wise, I feel we've been taken for granted. Or I was speaking to Amir sir.
Not only scripting wise, even fees wise.
Yeah, man.
Like there are actors who are charging numbers that you can't even believe.
Does it shock you? See, there is a you have to be money obsessed to be able to start asking for those kind of astronomical numbers. Does it shock you how much money people are making now in the industry without getting the kind of results that you'd expect?
Actors are charging 50 lakhs to 1 crore for a story, Instagram story. So, doing an entire movie, imagine what they're charging.
Wow.
I think those things now need to change. And of course, OTT plays a very big part. And
are you an OTT fan?
Of course, yes.
To want to act in OTT?
Yes.
Yeah?
If it's a subject like I saw Black Warrant now, I would have loved to be a part of it.
Yeah. Speaking of OTT, the Netflix head said, we might have made a mistake by coming in with something that was very niche with Sacred Games. Anurag had a different view on that. He said, but
there are a lot of people who enjoyed it also.
I loved it.
Yeah.
But now they're going the other way. When they've signed up with Ekta, they said, let's go into homes. Let's try and get what India wants. I think the filmmakers have maybe not agreed to some mistakes that are being made. The OTT guys now say television was the safest bet. Let's make OTT a better looking television, a better way.
See, if OTT wasn't there, films would definitely do better.
Yeah.
I was watching Amir Khan's interview where he's saying that you go to a car showroom.
Yeah.
They're offering you the car at say 10 lakh rupees. Okay, let's say 100 rupees.
Yeah.
And they say that you take the car now for 100 rupees or in 3 weeks we will deliver it to you for 10 rupees. So that's what's actually happening,
Yeah.
So people are waiting. They go like, "Nahi, OTT pe jab aayega dekhenge." That is also something that's happening.
He decided not to release Sitare Zameen Par anyway. Just in the big screen. You know, so he was chatting with me and he said, forget about YouTube, that wasn't there. He showed us this big message and he's very unfiltered. There's big numbers that were offered to him. He said, I'm not taking that route at all. But it hurt him also that Lal Singh Chaddha, for example, didn't do well. You know, a lot of films that bombed in the last, say, 3-4 years had really good scripts, really good star casts. And you know, and I don't know whether enough soul searching was done by each actors. Everyone that was out there said it doesn't really matter because everyone's actually making money in some way or the other, so it's fine. The only people that are not, you know, getting value for money is the public. I think somewhere we took the audiences for granted. When you now come back and re-watch your films and or say that I want to chart a new course, what do you think, since you've understood, you know, which actors worked and all, you have a sense of what works. What do you think would suit Sooraj the best? You'll have some kind of idea.
A film that's not expensive, firstly. I don't want to do a film that is
Kesari was expensive.
Not as much as you think. It was the landed cost of that film is 30 CR.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
That's the landed cost for the film. So it was actually not that expensive.
As expensive people thought, yeah.
Yeah.
So you actually now have...
And that's having Sunil Shetty and Vivek Oberoi and...
action and everything,
and all of that.
So that is the Mahesh Bhatt way of thinking, saying that don't make films expensive. That's how you want to think. But then you'll have to be very high concept films.
No, then jiski औकात hai wo kare. Let a Salman Khan, let a Shah Rukh Khan, let a Amir Khan do it. You know.
How has the seniors in the industry's reaction been with you when you come back in?
I mean, I'm not in touch with many people except Salman sir.
Him as well. He's also had a very strange phase in the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Does it matter? His films, even if they flop, make 200 crores.
But I'm sure that hunger is still there to do better.
But he told me when he was when I met him recently for Sikandar, he said, I said, sir, skin looking good, you're looking. He said, say it. People are upset about, you know, he said I've broken 2 ribs. They're calling me old, they're saying, why am I doing this? He got very angry about that. And I hadn't seen that fire when Sikandar, I think Sikandar not doing this hit him. He was not happy at all about that. Lots of conversations do you have with Bhai still?
Not about work. It's about different things. If I ever meet him, it's about just general life, how's family, how's this, who are you dating now, stuff like that.
Show me your abs. Does that happen?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Suresh is in the best of shape.
Yeah,
you don't want to do a film with him? He's doing Galwan now.
I heard he's doing that film.
Yeah. So that kind of a multi-star cast like LOC, Kargil and all.
If my part is good, definitely I would do it.
Do you say no a lot?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I just said it now.
No, I mean to scripts like the people that are coming in there.
I don't know. See, if someone offers me great money and I know my part is, I swear to God, I will not do it.
Yeah.
If I think my part is fine and I will be happy on set, then आपको जो पैसे देने हम दे दो. You know, so I'm like that. I mean, I could be stupid in the future. I go like, why didn't I do this? You know.
But there is no set formula anywhere. Right
I think the right time. I think I'll get paid when the time is right and when I actually deserve it.
Knowing what you've been through in your life, a film not doing well, can that really disappoint you, or that's part and parcel?
No, it does disappoint, you know, because at the end of the day, you want everything to do well, and of course it does disappoint you, but it does. Of course, it does not depress me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's really actually there's such a change in the way you are now. You know, you're just like a Buddha.
No, I'm not.
But it's true.
Not a
yeah, it is. Even in the gym, I think you are like that. It's almost like, you know, repetition has led to you being in a frame of mind that cannot be broken.
Everyone's taking this filmy career extremely serious.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a serious business. This is no jokes, but I don't want to take it to my heart. I keep saying that this is only a part of my life. It's not my entire life, you know. My happiness will not depend on just this.
But is there a goal that, you know, somewhere along the line, like, you know how you make your 5-year plans, every kid and every man has actually done that. Is there a wish list now that you have and you want to do that with the directors, with the actors and stuff like that?
Of course I have a wish list, no?
Yeah.
But I know that it's going to take some time because I have to prove myself. Maybe another 3 films, 4 films, and then I should be at a much better position in my life.
Kitty full right now or no?
I don't want it to be full. I want to have time for myself as well. But you'll be seeing me more. Hopefully, an interview every year. That means
One interview a year, come on, 3 at least.
no, I'm not Akshay Kumar.
He's a 6. Actually, but Amir Khan said a very interesting thing. He said, Salil, I've done 45 films. In my 40-year career also, I won't hit 50 films. He says, because that's how it is.
Correct.
He says, I can try as much as I want also.
He's done how many films?
40 something, 44 films, he said.
And his
Career, 35
no,
years.
and the other actors compared to him?
I mean, lead
100
actors,
plus.
100% for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's not Salman Bhai. I think Salman Bhai ka 100 plus nahi hoga. But I think Akshay will be like 20 a year. So I'll be there. But yeah, and he said that I can't do that. And he's very clear. He said, I want to direct. Do you see that side of yours as well also?
No, I can't be a director.
Yeah?
No.
Patience or what? Or technique and...
No. It's too much responsibility.
Yeah.
Taking care of entire unit.
Yeah.
Being the leader of the ship. It's too much stress, too much pressure. Dealing with the drama actors are giving you, I can't take that.
That's actually a lot. Do actors actually know what they've done? This big world that they've created, all your friends, you have so many friends in the industry.
What do you mean?
Do they understand that, they've created this devil that is eaten themselves up as well as the industry up? With all these entourage and the demands and, everywhere.
I actually don't know personally who has what. But...
the South went up in arms actually with this. They put out stuff saying that there'll be no entourage cause, there'll be nothing that has to be included in that. They actually really took a stand. The Tamil industry really took a stand. Kannada didn't so much. But there's a huge pullback that's starting to happen in the last 3-4 years because the Telugu industry is doing well, but the other industry is not doing so well. Even in Kannada, you have 1 or 2 films that do well. I think
I don't know about
same.
the others, but myself, I can speak about myself. I only have 3 people in my team.
Yeah.
From my first film to now, I only have 3 people in my team. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now wanting to expand as well.
क्या करूँगा expand करके?
अच्छा लगता है ना?
I don't.
जब rider जाता है, 6 tickets, 5 tickets, food.
I don't need bodyguards. I don't need someone to carry my bag.
Yeah.
ऊपर वाले ने हाथ दिया है, I can open my own door. I can close my own door.
Nice. The reluctant star is what I like to call him also.
And I can fight, so I don't need a bodyguard.
He actually can really fight. It's not just him saying that. Would you have changed anything about any part of your career, either with a comeback or with the kind of films or anything?
No. I've been very gifted for what I have till today, so I'm very happy.
The toughest part of the industry when you sort of started to make a comeback was convincing people or...
No. Toughest part is promotions. Toughest part about being an actor, being in this industry, See, you think, okay, I'm going to act well and I'm going to do this, that, whatever, and then you're done with the film and like, damn, I'm done with the film. And then you get
2
a call
months more.
saying that you have 15 interviews per day.
Yeah.
And that's the toughest part. That is the toughest part.
Where you have to be familiar in 5 minutes.
And social media and what you're
Why don't you
posting.
keep a team? Just so much easier.
And so much more expensive.
That is true also.
Yeah.
If I had to pick one film in the last 3-4 years that you'd really wanted to have done as a performer, which one would it be? Something that's really stood out for you. I'm trying to visualize you in another role.
Maybe Badlapur.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I like what Varun did in Badlapur. That's a good film.
Yeah, the right director actually will change a lot of things for you.
And he changed Varun Dhawan as a performer also in that.
Yeah.
Andhadhun, Badlapur, those kind of films.
I'd like to see Bhansali sir with you. I think that'd
One
be
day.
fantastic, yeah.
Hopefully, one day.
I remember when with Alia, who you like also, there was a tough call, and when Gangubai came out, I was shocked. She really did a great job in that.
Everyone was like, how is this girl with a baby face going to pull this off?
And they said, it's rubbish. They trashed it once the promo came out. And when the film came out, wow, she's just fantastic.
She was amazing in it.
Yeah, I love her too much. I think Sooraj is on the path of, let my work speak for itself. There's no flash. It could go against you, you know that, right? When there are 5 actors that are going to be chosen, sometimes they'll say, is he ready to go the whole hog as far as the promotions and all that?
No, of course. I mean, I've never said no to promotions.
Or even the other things. not doing too much social media, not being out there?
No, while it's about promoting a film, I've always been active.
Yeah.
But when it comes about me now posting what I eat or where I'm going or what designer clothes I'm wearing or all that bullshit, it's not Sooraj Pancholi.
But that's the way it should be. Too much information is not good.
Yeah.
Keep some intrigue in there. Let's see what's happening. And like you said, at least once a year we'll see him. I'm hopeful. Maybe we'll see him twice a year. But yeah, make sure that you follow him just to understand that the forearms and the biceps never change, brother. They're always the same. His love for bikes, his love for boots is always there. You have those loves still, right? All
Yeah,
that.
I like boots, I like bikes.
The finer things of life. And I see so much of him in Dubai and I feel like going over there. He's got this lovely red bike. How many bikes do you have?
And just a few, maybe just a few.
Yeah, the Ducati is there as well.
Yeah.
That's the fun one. Like I said, I'll bring it all out of him one day. But it's true. Today, brother, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for having me. I wish this could have gone a bit more longer. And,
No, it doesn't matter.
But we can do a part 2, part 3.
We'll do many parts. You know, I'll tell you, this is not a journalistic bit. You know, when I've, and he knows it. There was a time when I was shocked at what happened with you, and it really irritated me. You know, because you see people doing things and then going like, can you be serious? And you know, the Indian media, it happened with Ria and you know, various people also. And sometimes it's just unforgiving. So actually speaking, when you're not famous or if you've been away from the limelight, it's sometimes so beautiful. You can just see and watch.
I mean, if we were not a part of the limelight, this wouldn't have
Absolutely.
been stretched
Yeah.
as much. But
And over a period of time, I think that this vulture culture has to stop. And I'm kind of hoping that it does. It may not because of TRPs, but
let me tell you something. People are getting smarter. People are getting educated.
yeah.
People are getting educated about the media, of how it functions and how it works.
Yeah.
People understand which PR is paid. People understand which PR is not paid. People understand who's being fake, who's not being fake. Audience is getting smarter by the day as we speak.
Yeah.
The younger generation is educating the older generation. Things will change. It's going to take some time, but I see a lot of maturity in social media and the media now.
Because a lot of them are doing it themselves. Because the Aam Aadmi is buying followers and buying likes and saying, Mera bhi to utna hai. So that, you know, you have these tools. Social media sort of made you very naked. You can't really hide behind too much. So if you have a ton of fake followers, it's going to show up on some app or the other. And then you're caught. And I think that's exactly what's happened. Like you said, they're getting smarter, they're getting more mature, and they get the answers. Suraj, thanks so much for joining us, brother.
Thank you, my brother.
See you soon, and I'm going to take care and be for you. The various times that will show up all across the world will be out there, and also on the YouTube channel, it'll be available. Take care, bye-bye.